Alrighty. Race Fan Media here, back again at Brownstown Speedway Championship night. 10-4 of 25. Brownstown Speedway pace truck. Gonna be out on the track, all lit up. That can only mean one thing. It's a main feature racing time up. First will be the P3 Graphics Super Late Models. And it's already been determined that the 2025 track champion to be named will be the 1G of Devin Gilpin out of Columbus, Indiana for the P3 Graphics Super Late Models. So we will be right back here once the cars start rolling out to the track. Give a lineup. This will be a 25 lapper. Alrighty. The P3 Graphics Super Late Models rolling out onto the track. He comes from Seymour, Indiana. He's starting on the pole here in this 25 lap race. It's going to be the 22 of Matt Bonek. And on his outside, he is the track champion for this year. He comes from Columbus, Indiana, driving the 1G machine. That is Devin Gilpin. Row number 2. He's coming all the way out of Bloomington, Indiana. He drives the 29J. That's Jordan Weaver. And on the outside from Paragon, Indiana, driving the 20N, that's going to be Tyler Neal. Row number 3, he comes all the way out of Martinsville, Indiana. That's going to be the P3 of Steve Peden. And he comes from Martinsville. He's known as the real deal. That's Don O'Neill driving the Masterbuilt 71. Row number 4, going to go like this. It's the 317. On the inside, it's Blake Creech from Richmond, Indiana. On the outside, it's going to be from Bloomington, Indiana, the D48 of Derek Rumer. Row number 5, it's going to be the 80 of Tucker Chastain from Mitchell, Indiana. And the 24 on the outside of Jared Bailey from Bedford, Indiana. He comes all the way from Elizabethtown, Indiana. It's Mike Biscelli in the 97. And on the outside, it's going to be from Hopstad, Indiana, Lee Williams in the 17. And your 7th and final row, coming all the way out of Spiceland, Indiana, that's going to be the 43 of Cody Marcy and the 48J of Doug Weddington from Indiana, Edinburgh for the last time here featured on Race Fan Media. It's the P3 Graphics Super Late Models, 25 laps of distance. Matt Bonek, Devin Gilpin, Jordan Weaver, Tyler Neal, green flag out, here we go. Alrighty, and the start of this race, we got a 3 wide out of 3 and 4. It's going to be Jordan Weaver, Devin Gilpin, Matt Bonek. Devin Gilpin going to pick up the race lead. Here comes Jordan Weaver, rolling it in the second place. Matt Bonek in third, Tyler Neal in fourth. Coming out of turns 3 and 4, he's going to bring it down to 23 laps. This is the 1G of Devin Gilpin. The P3 of Steve Peden, gonna be your top 5 right now. But how about it for that race start now? The 20 of Tyler Neal gonna push it up in the 3rd. Tyler Neal gonna try to get around the 29J of Jordan Weaver. Hunting on the bottom side. Does he have enough momentum to get around here? And I don't think this time by at the line. It's still going to be Jordan Weaver in second. Devin Gilpin out in first. Matt Bonek now going to also have his own contender with the P3 of Steve Peden. Peden running the high side right now along with Matt Bonek. Tyler Neal There's the lap traffic of 43 of Cody Marcy. Not three wide. Getting around the 43 of Cody Marcy, the 22 of Matt Bonek, and the P3 of Steve Peden. Matt Bonek going to be running in fourth. Steve Peden still going to keep his fifth place, but he's got a contender in the 317 of Blake Creech. Blake Creech going to look to get around, and it looks like he will do that on that back straightaway. Blake Creech in the 317 going to pick up the fifth position. Matt Bonek now the next intended target. The 317 of Creech gonna pass him on the back straightaway. Coming out of turns 3 and 4, Matt Bonek gonna lose the fourth position. Now pushed back to fifth by Creech. He's out of Richmond, Indiana. That's the 317 of Blake Creech. Now up into fourth. Back behind Steve Peden is the 71, the real deal of Don O'Neill. Don O'Neill driving the Masterbuilt race car. Makes me wonder how his son Hudson O'Neill is doing tonight. Tonight is the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Pittsburgher. So we might tune into some of that here in a minute. Right now, Devin Gilpin, your race leader. We're going to kick it back up top because we got a battle for the second and third position between Tyler Neal and Jordan Weaver. Tyler Neal at the line that time by is in second. Jordan Weaver going to be pushed back at third. Here comes Tyler Neal for the lead off the backstretch. Are you kidding me? Devin Gilpin just a little too high on the backstretch brim. And Tyler Neal at the line, your race leader. Tyler Neal now going to be in the race lead, pushing Devin Gilpin back in the second. Jordan Weaver in third. And fourth, the 317 of Blake Creech. Tyler Neal gonna cut the lap traffic down the middle as we are 8 laps left to go here in this A main. Devin Gilpin now gonna try to fight to get around the lap traffic of the 97 of Mike Fischelli. And he will do such. Mike Fischelli off the backside of turn number 4. And that could bring out a caution. We'll keep an eye on that. Jordan Weaver running in third right now. He's moving. And it will bring out a caution. The 97 of Mike Fischelli goes over the back stretch and over the backside of turn number 3. Comes back out, and slow rolls it. Brings out a caution off the pace. Tyler Neal, though, what an overcoming challenge getting around the 1G of Devin Gilpin there. Wow. Let's just see how this restart's gonna play out here. They should rack him and stack him Delaware double file. Tyler Neal up in front. Are you kidding me? Here at Brownstown Speedway, it never fails to amaze me. So Devin Gilpin gonna be on the top side of the 20 of Tyler Neal. Jordan Weaver, Blake Creech. Don O'Neill has actually moved up into 5th, pushing Matt Bonek back into 6th. P3 of Steve Peden rolling it around in 7th right now. Derek Rumer in 8th. The 9th position, Jared Bailey. And in 10th, Lee Williams. your top 10, but Tyler Neal gonna bring him back to green here with 6 laps left to go. Does Devin Gilpin have anything on the 20 of Tyler Neal? Devin Gilpin gonna look to be passed again. Blake Creech, Jordan Weaver, 3 wide, coming onto the back straightaway. Blake Creech gonna be around the 29J of Jordan Weaver, gonna pick up the second position. Devin Gilpin actually will pick up the second position. Blake Creech was almost there at the line. But Blake Creech gonna fight on the bottom side of the 1G of Devin Gilpin. At this time, he does pick up the second position. That's the 317 of Blake Creech. Here comes the real deal of Don O'Neill. Are you kidding me? One G, Devin Gilpin gonna pick back up the second position. Don O'Neill not gonna fight on the inside of the 317 of Blake Creech for that third position here. We are down to 3 laps left to go here. The 71 of Don O'Neill gonna be around up in third now. Now gonna look to hunt the inside of the 1G of Devin Gilpin. Can he do it here tonight? Oh, we got something going on the front stretch. Caution out, caution out. What a race. What a race here. Electric. The real deal of Don O'Neill. Let me just tell you where he started at here. The real deal of Don O'Neill started off in 6th. He's now up into 3rd. Picked up 3 positions and doesn't look like he's done yet. Oh, man. And the 317 of Blake Creech going to have some trouble here. Going to require some assistance here, so let's see if he's going to take it off the track and head back to the pits, or where this car is going to end up, and it will be ending up. What a tough break for the 317 of Blake Creech from Richmond, Indiana. Was driving it super, super, super excellent out there. So we hate to see the 317 leave the track. But that's going to bring us back to 1 to green here on the Speedway. Looks like it's going to be a single file restart, this time by Tyler Neal, Devin Gilpin, Don O'Neill. Who's going to get it done here tonight? Don O'Neill already in front of the 1G of Devin Gilpin, but he's going to fight back from the top side. On the back straightaway, the real deal of Don O'Neill. 1 car around. It's the 43 of Cody Marcy. He's going to keep rolling. This thing's still going to stay green. 1 last time around Brownstown Speedway. They're coming up behind the 20 of Tyler Neal. Can Tyler Neal hold it off? Coming out of turns 3 and 4. It's going to be the 20 of Tyler Neal. Picking up some checker flags here tonight with the 1G of Devin Gilpin in second. In third, the 71 of Don O'Neill. And fourth, the 22 of Matt Bonek. And then fifth, the 29J of Jordan Weaver. What a race here for the P3 Graphics Super Late Model, and a great way to send them off here on Race Fan Media. The real deal of Don O'Neill, Devin Gilpin, Tyler Neal, Jordan Weaver, Matt Bonek, Blake Creech did not disappoint in this one here. And we'll be back with the Indiana Pro Late Model Series Boss Construction Pro Late Models. Alrighty. So, keeping this video rolling here. 20 of Tyler Neal picking up the P3 Graphics Super Late Model after a great race. Devin Gilpin, your 2025 track champion, the 6th time. And coming up next here is the Boss Construction Pro Late Models lamps. Will begin here shortly. We'll be right back here on Race Fan Media. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to go like this for the Boss Construction Pro Late Models A main. He just became the 6th-time track champion for the Super Late Models. He's now racing here on the pole. In the 1G, that's Devin Gilpin from Columbus, Indiana. On the outside is going to be the 422 of Caleb Schreier from North Vernon, Indiana. In row number 2, it's going to be the 11 of Dustin Shoulders from Coatesville, Indiana. And on the outside, it's going to be the 5C of Tyler Kane from Seymour, Indiana. Going to be your track champion here in this division. Row number 3 is going to be the 11S of Zach Stalker from Salem, Indiana. And on the outside, it's going to be Brent McMillan and the 20 from North Vernon, Indiana. Row number 4 is going to be the 89 of Josh Linton from Paragon, Indiana. And on the outside, it's going to be Patrick Shoemaker from Sellersburg, Indiana. Row number 5 is going to be the 21R of Kobe Reed from Bloomington, Indiana. And on the outside, it's going to be the 3Z of Zach Burton from Edinburgh, Indiana. Row number 6 is going to be the 22. He comes from Brownstown, Indiana. That's Skylar Lewis. And on the outside is going to be Mark Bishelli in the 95 from Seymour, Indiana. Mark B. Shelley. Row number 7 is going to be the 56 out of Greenwood, Indiana. That's going to be Ron Moon. On the outside, it's going to be the 82 of Andrew Mull from Scottsburg, Indiana. Row number 8, it's going to be Tori Collins from North Vernon, Indiana, in the 11C, and Dalton Fleener in the 7D from Scottsburg, Indiana. Row number 9, that's going to be Jay Humphrey from Bloomington, Indiana, in the 661. And on the outside, it's going to be the 51 of William Harris from Whiteland, Indiana. And your 10th and final row, driving the 67, that's going to be Gary McGinnis from Madison, Indiana. And on the outside, it's going to be the 5 of James Huff from Milton, Kentucky. This is your Boss Construction Pro Late Models, featured for the last time for this race season here on Race Fan Media. So it's going to be Gilpin, Schreier, Shoulders, Kane, Stalker, McMillan, Linton, Shoemaker, Reed, Burton, Lewis, Bishelli, Moon, Mull, Collins, Fleener, Humphrey, Harris, McGinnis, and Huff. 25 laps the distance here for the Boss Construction Pro Late Model Series. And Devin Gilpin and Caleb Schreier are going to lead them to green coming out of turns 3 and 4. Let's hit that pedal and go racing. Here we go. Whoa! Holy cow! Holy cow! We got a car upside down here. That's going to be the 21 of Kobe Reed. The 11S of Zach Stalker. And it happened so quickly I didn't have a time to even react. So my, red flag out on the track. We will take a step back from this. And we'll be back here on Race Fan Media. Alright, and just heard through track officials. Driver is okay now, the car in the 21R. Kobe Reed going upside down here at Brownstown Speedway. Not sure what really kicked all that off. Like I said, it happened so fast. I mean, I barely even caught a glimpse of it and just happened to turn around just in time to see that car go upside down. So, but the main important thing here is that the driver is out of the car and is okay. And we will be back with One to Green racing here on the Speedway for the Boss Construction Pro Late Models. Alright, coming back with One to Green here after the 21 RF Kobe Reed went upside down, brought out a red flag. Driver was okay. I can't express how grateful that news is. But we are going to get back underway here with 1 to green here for the Boss Construction Pro Lane Models. Devin Gilpin, Caleb Schreier, Dustin Shoulders, Tyler Kane. Going to start this thing off 25 laps of distance. Here we go on the pedal. And caution back out. No, right. Delaware double file restart here. I believe it was a jump start. Brought out the caution flag. 1 to green here. We're going to stay right here on Race Fan Media with the restart about to go underway here. 25 laps to the distance. Coming out turns 3 and 4. Gilpin, Schreier. One G, Devin Gilpin gonna pull out in front. Here comes Dustin Shoulders on the bottom side of Caleb Schreier. Josh Linton looking to get around the 5C of Tyler Kane. 1 around and turn 1 and 2. 1 and 2. It's going to be a 661 of Jay Humphrey. Caution coming back out yet again here in this one. With 1 lap completed here. With the 1G of Devin Gilpin. The 422 of Caleb Schreier in second. And third, the 11 of Dustin Shoulders. 89 Josh Linton picking up fourth. And then fifth, the 5C of Tyler Kane. Skylar Lewis looking to get up into that 5th place as well. And then the caution came out. So we're going to have to rack them and stack them again here. 1 lap down, 24 left to go for the Boss Construction Pro Late Model Series here at Brownstown Speedway Championship Night 10-4 of 2025. We'll be right back with 1 to green. All right, coming back this time around here. Caution flag still. Delaware double file restart here. There's the flagman showing the 1 to green. One G of Devin Gilpin, the 422 of Caleb Schreier, Dustin Shoulders, Josh Linton, Tyler Kane, Skylar Lewis, Brent McMillan, Tori Collins, and I believe Patrick Shoemaker on the other side of Tori Collins coming out of turns 3 and 4. Here we go, back underway. So Devin Gilpin going to be your race leader here. Caleb Schreier in second, Josh Linton third, Dustin Shoulders in fourth and fifth right now, the 5C of Tyler Kane. Here comes the 22 of Skylar Lewis. Lewis going to look on the inside of Tyler Kane. Not going to find much there. Coming out turns 3 and 4, Tyler Kane going to run the top side. They're going to look to possibly split down that 11 of Dustin Shoulders right down the middle. Almost 3 wide for that 5th place battle. 5th and 4th. 89 Josh Linton now going to look at picking up the 2nd position. He's got it. Caleb Schreier. Here comes Tyler Kane on the backside of Caleb Schreier. And the 5C coming out of turns 3 and 4. Schreier going to push it up to the top. So is Tyler Kane. Kane going to run the top side. Going to look to get around the 3rd place of Caleb Schreier. At the line, he's got him. 3rd place now going to Tyler Kane. Here comes the 22 of Skylar Lewis. Lewis up in 5th. Going to look to take the 4th position away from Caleb Schreier. It's all Devin Gilpin out front right now in this one. Skylar Lewis around the 422 of Caleb Schreier. Gonna pick up that 4th position. Look back here because we got them going 3 wide. The 20 of Brent McMillan, Dustin Shoulders in the 11, and the 3Z of Zach Burden, 3 wide battle just a few minutes ago. Almost about to make it 3 wide here, coming out of turns 3 and 4. Zach Burden going to be on the bottom side. Dustin Shoulders in the 11, going to pick up that position. And I believe that is going to be the 8th position. Going to push the 11 of Dustin Shoulders back into 10th. There's the 11 of Dustin Shoulders. Your 9th place car right now. Zach Stalker had that little incident with Kobe Reed. Has found his way up in the top 10. Had this fire from the tail of this one, now up into the top 10. Pulling it back to Zach Burton and Brent McMillan right now. That's the battle for the 8th and 7th position. Gotta involve also the 11 of Tori Collins here in a minute. Collins gonna be looking on the bottom side of Caleb Schreier. That's for the 5th place position. But back here in the back, a battle has ensued for the 6th and 7th position between Burton and McMillan. Back up in front, it's the 1G of Devin Gilpin, now going to have to battle around lap traffic of Dalton Fleener and I believe the 82 of Andrew Mull. Going to split them right down the middle, going to pass both Andrew Mull and Dalton Fleener for the lap traffic. Here comes the 5C of Tyler Kane, has worked his way up into the 2nd spot, putting the 89 of Josh Linton in 3rd and the 22 of Skylar Lewis in 4th. Josh Linton going to be stuck behind the lap traffic of 51 of William Harris. Going to run the top side of William Harris here. That's the lap traffic for your 3rd place position right now. The 89 of Josh Linton. Skylar Lewis running in 4th. 7 laps left to go. This time, 6 laps. Tyler Kane starting to gain some ground on the 1G of Devin Gilpin. He's already your 2025 track champion in the Boss Construction Indiana Pro Late Models. The 1G of Devin Gilpin now having to battle the lap traffic of the 42 of Patrick Shoemaker. At the line, going to get around the 42 of Patrick Shoemaker. 5C of Tyler Kane now going to be in battle with the lap traffic. And the 95 of Mike Bischelli will leave the track and head back to the pits. He was running 12th. And I'm sorry, that's Mark Bischelli. 2 laps left to go for your race leader, this time by at the line. White flag in the air for Devin Gilpin. So your super late model, 6-time track champion here. Looks like he's going to get it down, but here comes the 5C of Tyler Kane. Not going to get him. It's going to be the 1G of Devin Gilpin picking up the Boss Construction Indiana Pro Late Models A main feature, with the 5C of Tyler Kane running in 2nd. In 3rd, the 89 of Josh Linton. In 4th, the 22 of Skylar Lewis. And in fifth is going to be the 422 of Caleb Schreier. Rounding out your top 10 will be the 3 Zia Zach Burton in sixth. And seventh, the 11 Sia Tori Collins. In eighth, the 20 of Brent McMillan. In ninth, the 11 of Dustin Shoulders. And your top 10 finisher here for the Boss Construction Pro Late Model Series is going to be the 11S out of Salem, Indiana, Zach Stalker. But your future winner going to be the 1G out of Columbus, Indiana, David Gilpin. And your track champion for 2025 is going to be the 5C of Tyler Kane.